Chip Gaines, Capital Gains, Smart Things I Learned Doing Stupid Stuff. Dive into the inspiring journey of Chip Gaines and Capital Gains, Smart Things I Learned Doing Stupid Stuff, as he learns the value of perseverance, taking smart risks, and following his gut instincts. The challenges he faces, from being cut from the baseball team to discovering his passion for entrepreneurship, are illuminated with engaging anecdotes and valuable life lessons. Explore how Chip Gaines surmounted obstacles by trusting himself and learning from his experiences, and how his positive outlook enabled him to defy expectations and make a lasting impact in his community and beyond. This summary offers an uplifting and instructive glimpse into the power of resilience, adaptability, and choosing adventure over fear.
From baseball to business. Chip Gaines' journey from a baseball player to a successful entrepreneur. Chip Gaines, an average child, developed a passion for baseball and practiced non-stop with his father, which resulted in being accepted into the Baylor University baseball team. However, his dream was short-lived as he was cut during his sophomore year. This event led to a year-long depression until he decided to take control of his life. Inspired by a man riding a lawn mower during a business class, Gaines started his own landscaping business, which culminated into becoming a successful entrepreneur. Gaines believes that everyone is uniquely created for a purpose, and with the right mindset, they can achieve greatness. Overcoming obstacles. Gaines, the author, believes that having a positive outlook can help you face failures confidently. Success stories come from people like Walt Disney, Albert Einstein, and Oprah Winfrey, who were misunderstood or wrongly categorized. Gaines thinks everyone is unique and has a special purpose. In his 20s, Gaines owned several businesses, but communication was a challenge since he didn't speak Spanish to communicate effectively with his Mexican crew. To overcome this, he took Spanish classes and realized that he could overcome almost any obstacle, leading him to success. Thriving through smart risks. Chip Gaines narrates how his life-changing injury has made him embrace calculated risks. Gaines learned to take smart risks, and he's not afraid to try new things. He believes in taking risks with fresh eyes and sharp instincts as it gives an advantage to handle challenges. Gaines understands that his choices affect others as a husband and father of 5 children. He lives by the principle that fear loses its grip when you embrace smart risks and avoid failure. Gaines inspires people to choose adventure over fear and believe in people. Following Your Gut, a story of sacrifice and success. When pregnant with her second child, Joanna Gaines closed her successful shop, Magnolia Market, to give her babies full attention. Trusting her gut, she began visiting construction sites with her husband and coming up with unique designs. After the birth of her 4th child, Gaines reopened her shop and prepared to appear on television, all due to her willingness to sacrifice one dream for another and follow her instincts. As she says, winning and losing isn't an event, it's a mindset. From humble beginnings to silos. Chip and Joanna Gaines bet on themselves as they turned Magnolia Market into a thriving business. As their fame grew, so did the challenges. With a vision to expand, they purchased a large property with 2 large silos. The couple's foundation of hard work and disregarding dumb rules ensured their success and continues to be the source of their inspiration. Resilient Waco. Chip and Joanna Gaines decided to put down roots in Waco, a town with a dismal reputation due to the Branch Davidian violence in 1993. They convinced HGTV to base a television show there, which proved a great boost for the city. Waco has changed dramatically with new, trendy places popping up all over town. Thanks to the Gaines' dedication, Waco is now considered a resilient underdog of a town with 30,000 to 40,000 visitors a week at the silos. As Chip Gaines says, fear will literally ruin every single facet of your life, and he and Joanna prove that holding firm can bring about positive change. Scrappy, the Magnolia Way. Gaines, the founder of Magnolia, believes in being scrappy and never giving up. He hires people without formal job training, preferring that they figure things out on their own, which he believes leads to better performance and long-lasting memories. The company has a culture that challenges and stretches employees, with no focus on fancy titles or desk jobs. This learn-as-you-go attitude gives the Magnolia team a competitive advantage. The Gaineses founded the company with multiple responsibilities, giving them the courage to take leaps of faith. At Magnolia, everyone helps, and passion cannot be taught or created with a salary. The difference between job and work. Gaine's experience with Fixer Upper turned out to be quite different from what he had expected. Initially, he didn't anticipate that HGTV would manage his schedules, clothes, and everything else, making him feel bossed for the first time. It was tough to be funny and present before the camera, and Gaines claimed that making a TV show was his most exhausting job yet. Though Gaines enjoys physical labor, the show allowed him and his wife to pursue many of their dreams. In contrast, Joanna is a natural on-screen and loves a structured lifestyle, but the show's workload is overwhelming. Gaines distinguishes between work and job, the former being the effort directed towards accomplishing a goal. He advises people to discover their motivation and go after it, rather than waiting for it to happen. In conclusion, Gaines' journey with Fixer Upper was a mixed bag of experiences, where he recognized the difference between job and work and found his vocation to pursue his dreams. Bet on yourself. Chip and Joanna Gaines realized their work ethic could have fatal consequences, so they identified 3 serious commitments that needed their attention: strengthening their marriage and family, running their business, and filming a hit television show. However, they eventually decided to quit the show to free up time for their family and business. They urge readers to find something to fight and live for, to get to know people with different views, and to build bridges during the next chapter of their lives. Creating lasting impacts. Chip Gaines realizes the significance of legacy and aspires to pass on this sense of purpose to other individuals. Chip Gaines contemplates his legacy at 42 years old and concludes that every individual's action has a direct effect on future generations. He believes that the influence of one's ancestors is present in people's lives, including parents or even landowners who tended to the trees that provide shelter. Gaines' drive stems from his desire to become a platform for other people's accomplishments. To him, fatherhood is legacy in action, he notes. His father left him a legacy of selflessness, character, and integrity. Gaines is now committed to empowering other individuals and being an avenue for their success. Chip and his wife, Joanna Gaines, endeavor to make a lasting and meaningful impact on their community. They aim to leave a positive imprint on the planet beyond home decor, home remodeling, or fixer-uppers. Gaines came across a death calculator that predicted he would live up to 81 years. The realization led him to choose between living a comfortable, safe life and a life of purpose. Chip Gaines wants to inspire others to find their passion and live and die for something. He believes that failing courageously is better than living in fear because failure teaches one something valuable. Moreover, age does not matter when it comes to pursuing one's passions. At any age, one can make a difference in this world by trusting their gut and following their momentum. What are you waiting for? Get going, Gaines urges the readers.
After accompanying Chip Gaines throughout his extraordinary life journey in A Capital Gains, Smart Things I Learned Doing Stupid Stuff, we are left with the profound message of the importance of self-belief and the pursuit of one's passion. Through Gaines' various career and personal endeavors, from landscaping to Magnolia Market, we learn the significance of taking educated risks, embracing the unknown, and having the courage to fail. Ultimately, Gaines' story offers both inspiration and practical advice for finding and following our own true callings and purpose, leaving a meaningful legacy, and constantly striving for growth and change. Embrace the spirit of Chip Gaines' life and dare to take the leap that will lead you to where you truly belong.